This is Internet Business Mastery, episode 119.
In a world where bosses control your life and thoughts of escape fill your mind, where inspiration seems dead and cynicism rules the masses, you have a desire to break free. You feel the need to take control. Now, there exists a place where the secrets of freedom and wealth are given to those who believe. InternetBusinessMastery.com. Free your mind.
Hello and welcome to Internet Business Mastery Online at InternetBusinessMastery.com. I'm Sterling.
And I'm Jay.
And we're here to help you escape the 9-to-5 and live the lifestyle of your dreams by turning your life's passion into a profitable internet business, even if you're just getting started today. On this episode of Internet Business Mastery, we have part 4 of our Money Magnifier series, where we talk about creating new income streams. And in the quick tip, we share an awesome iPhone and iPod Touch apps for recording audio and posting it online. And we'd also like to remind you that if you'd like to get a jump start on creating your own profitable internet business using our proven system, you can claim your risk-free trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy by going to freeaudiogift.com. So Jay, are you back on your normal time now? Normal time schedule now that we've been traveling?
Yeah, the coming back on the 8-hour difference from the UK is a little bit rough. This morning, my body woke me up for the second morning in a row at like 4:30 a.m., but this morning I forced myself to go back to sleep. I'll just lay there. I'm like, I refuse to get up until a decent time, and my body kind of fell back to sleep, and I managed to stay in bed till like 7:30. So, I don't know, maybe another day or two, and I'll be back on schedule. But until then, I'm an early riser for a few days, which is not really like me.
Yeah, no doubt. When we're used to getting up much later, whenever. It actually, for some reason, it just reminded me, I saw a friend of mine who now is working at home, and he said something like, it's my first day. It's like college. I get up at noon and just walk around most of the day in slippers. I don't know why that just occurred to me, but it's one of those things where now we're getting back to the schedule where that's pretty much what it is. I put my slippers on, put my t-shirt, shorts, and I'm up.
Right.
But now I'm actually back on schedule after our, I guess what it was, it's 7-hour difference. So basically about the time, what was it? We go to bed. We're just getting up in the UK. It was weird to switch that time.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, that was an awesome trip. As we mentioned in the recent episodes, we took a trip to the UK. We went to London, we went to Paris, and then we went up to Scotland. And both of us have said one of the highlights of the trip was meeting with business colleagues and IBM listeners and followers and Academy members. We had a fantastic meetup at a pub in London on one of the evenings there, and had lots of people show up. It was just a really good time. So thank you to all those who came out. It's just, I love being able to go just about anywhere in the world and instantly have friends and like-minded people to have a drink with, chat about stuff with, and then we went out and had dinner after, and just a good time. Specifically want to thank a couple people. Thank you very much to Phil Clark and Patrick Rogan for their input and help in finding a good pub to have the meetup at. Also, thank you very much to James Noble, who we had a great conversation with, took us out to lunch at the National Gallery there in London, as well as thank you to Mark Pendleton of Radio Lingua, who has an awesome network and show about learning Spanish and French and all kinds of different languages, and he got us to try haggis. We met with him and had dinner there in Scotland. Haggis, neeps, and tatties, which we found out means, haggis is basically guts, sheep guts. Neeps is turnips, and tatties are potatoes. But it was actually not so bad when you kind of mixed all that stuff together. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it was actually really good. I didn't think I was going to try it. And then I was like, oh, come on. Try something other than the most out there thing I tried was French onion soup. So I thought I had to try something.
Be a little bit adventurous. adventurous.
Yeah, be adventurous other than the fact that we were traveling through Europe. But food-wise, be adventurous. And it was actually really good. We just had it as an appetizer so we could all take a little try. But I would actually completely eat it as a meal. It was good.
So thank you to all those people. Thank you for a fantastic time and meeting up in London and in the UK. And we look forward to the next time that we can meet with you as well. And one other thing I wanted to mention that is kicking into full gear as we're getting ready in a couple months here. Actually, it's only about 4, 5, 6 weeks away for the second Internet Business Mastery live event coming up at the end of April in Portland, Oregon. Getting very excited for that. The last one was a lot of fun. This one's going to be just that much more fun, even more people coming to this one. And the thing that's really awesome about this one is we're bringing in 3 of our kind of trusted advisors and people we work with to talk about things like how to write better emails that convert and get read, how to use Facebook marketing for driving traffic, and then also the link building expert that helped us get to the top of the listings in Google for internet business. If you search for that, he's done a lot of good work there. So if you want to check that out, go right now to internetbusinessmastery.com/live to get all the details.
And I wanted to also mention, actually, that we're going to have kind of a get-together the night before where we all hang out. There's a way to get in on that, as well as some live one-on-one coaching the day after. So definitely go check that out. We had a lot of fun doing it last time. Those hour consultations were actually my favorite part. Being able to, help somebody through with an idea that they have and, design an entire business around it. We're able to do that really quickly. I love it. It's very, very fun. So go check that out at internetbusinessmastery.com/live.
And now, the features segment.
All right, so in this episode, we have the 4th part of this series that we've been doing called Money Magnifiers, and these are 4 proven ways to boost your income in your online business. In the last 3 episodes, we talked about getting more traffic, about converting more of that traffic into sales, and then the third thing we talked about was how to increase the lifetime value of each of your customers, or the retention of each of your customers. Any of those 3 things will boost your income if you work or focus on it. And this 4th and final one is we want to talk about, well, how can you create new income streams in your business? Again, these are the 4 questions that we sit down and talk about in our business every quarter or so when we're planning new strategy and deciding how to boost our income. We ask ourselves those 4 questions. How can we get more traffic? How can we convert more people? How can we keep them longer and buying more in the business? Or 4th and finally, how to create new value or new income streams that we've not created in our business before. So we want to start out in talking about this concept with a couple of specific concepts that are very, very important. I'm sure you've heard us talk about them before, but they're worth mentioning here because when it comes to deciding what products or what income streams, what things of value or services you're going to offer to your following, to your customers, to your audience, it's very, very important to remember to sell them what it is that they want rather than what it is that they need. And we say that because a lot of times the usual way of business is to go, oh, I've got this great idea. Everybody needs this. And we assume that everybody's like us. And so we make this product and then try to go and find a market that's willing to buy it. Whereas, it's a lot easier to start the other way around, find out what exactly people want, then create a product that fits that want and that desire for them. And they'll be ready to buy that because you're kind of entering that desire, that need, that conversation that's already going on in their mind and in their daily lives. And, the truth of the matter is, there's a lot of things that we need. We all need to exercise more. We all need to maybe eat less. We all need to take our vitamins every day. There's all these things that we need, but that's not necessarily what we do. We're a lot more likely to prioritize our lives, make decisions, and spend money on the things that we want. And hence, that makes marketing a lot easier when you understand that difference between wants and needs. So that's the first thing that we wanted to point out here as we go into, and then we'll talk about 5 different income streams that you can do to boost your profits. But remember, this is all about selling what they want, not what they need.
Well, and one thing I wanted to point out is for us, we started by trying to sell the need. We did pretty well the first couple of years But it wasn't until some other people were, other mentors looked at some of the stuff we were doing and kind of pointed this out and said, you're selling the need, and selling the need is really hard. And I always thought, to follow my definite major purpose and fulfillment factors, I want to teach them what they need to know. So like the Academy was our first attempt to make sure we gave everything that a person needed. But the funny thing is most people buy based on wants. So we had to finally go, we got to understand that. And then the perfect marriage seemed to be, doing the marketing based on what the people want and make sure that, we fulfill those wants in our products, but also add the need. So make sure they get what they need with what they want. Hopefully this makes sense. And it was actually a huge thing for us when we did. That's when, definitely our income started really doubling each year once we started mixing those two things. Because I don't want to get rid of, all the information somebody needs, but we just don't sell to that anymore. So for instance, when you're setting up a new site, you need to know very specific ways to set up the site, draw traffic, what they need to do to tweak the site, and all these things that we understand that our people need. And that's what we have in the Academy. But, what they want might be something shiny and new, like how to do all this stuff real quickly, or how do I sell on Twitter or Facebook? So it's interesting to see how those wants and needs work, but definitely make sure you do your marketing and your selling directly to the want.
Yeah, hook them with what they want, and then you can mix in what they need along the way once they're in the course and so forth. And then, how do we find out what it is that they want? So the second thing we want to remind you of is that it's really important to remember to survey your market. That's how you find out what it is that they want. And it seems obvious, it seems simple, but it's something that we do very often, and certainly before we launch anything new, is that we survey our following.
Yeah, this is such a magical secret. The most obvious magical secret there is. Just ask. Anytime I see this, it amazes me every time that, it took some time for us to finally realize we needed to survey, but now we do it with absolutely everything. But this is how simple this idea is. You just go to your market, ask them what they want, then give it to them. And how can you fail when you do that? And it seems so funny when I look at normal business out there, or let's say more traditional business where, again, somebody comes up with an idea. Oh, I want to make this widget, and I'm just going to go put it out there and see who might want it. Rather than actually going to that market and saying, do you want this? No? Well, then what do you want? Or do you want this? Yes, but add this. Because I know when we started the Academy, a few years back now, we had very specific ideas of what we wanted to add to the Academy, again, based on what people need. And then when we surveyed, we were able to shift things around and be more targeted at making sure the things that people wanted from us were in there, rather than just, our opinion of, it's got to be this, this, and this, which could have been very limiting to our income for sure, when people are like, yeah, but I want X. And we're like, no, you must have Y. So we can just go ask, which one do you want? It's, surveys are so awesome.
Yeah, nobody knows better than your customer, so why not ask them? A very simple tool for doing that is like surveymonkey.com, where you can put together a free survey and then send that link out through your email list, through Twitter, through whatever ways you have to drive traffic to that survey. That'll give you a lot of insights. Okay, so given those two things, you got to sell them what they want, and you can ask them very easily through a survey. Here are 5 income streams, 5 new income streams that you can consider for boosting your profits. Now, whether you're just starting out and trying to think, well, what should my first income stream be? Or whether you already have 1 or 2 already established, that'll give you some ideas where, you might be able to add something on and hence make more money because you're offering something new, something in addition that your following might want. So of these 5, a great place to start out, and this is what we start out also teaching in the Academy, is to just go with affiliate products to begin with. And that means, find other people's products that you can refer to your customers, to your following, things that you trust, things that you know are value to them, things that fulfill the wants that they have. And without having to make your own product and take that time to do that, you can get started very, very quickly making your own money online by signing up for an affiliate program, referring those products to them, and then, of course, for everybody that buys, you get some kind of commission that comes from that. So, look at the survey and decide, well, is there an ebook out there that fulfills this want that my market is telling me? And maybe I can go and refer that ebook to them. Is there a service I can refer them to sign up? We make, good checks every month ourselves with Internet Business Mastery by referring people to trusted hosting and to trusted email management providers and, WordPress premium themes and all kinds of things like that, as well as other trusted courses, because we can't possibly make courses to fulfill all the wants of our market. So we're happy to refer people to other products as well. So affiliate products are a great place to start out. And even if you're already doing that, one thing we did at the beginning of this year is we thought, well, are there any holes in the major wants of our market, some kind of new affiliate product that we should find and offer to them in order to fulfill that want and hence profit off of that and also help our people to find the thing that they most want. So affiliate products is a great income stream to add on to or to start with if you're just getting going from the beginning. The second thing, and an obvious product to create your very first product ever, would be an ebook. And the reason we say this is because it's really easy to put it together. If you're following the system that we teach, you're probably already blogging, creating content, and putting together ebook is like just taking a series of your blog posts, like 10 or 15 blog posts, and putting them into a nicely, easily formatted way as a PDF document. And then that's something that you can sell at kind of an entry price point. Getting people started at buying from you, it's always a good idea to give them something at that like sub $100 type price point. Depending on what the market is, that might be $10, it might be $27, it might be $50, it might be $97, but that's a great first product to sell to people. And then it's also something that you can go and put into like ClickBank as a product, and ClickBank's just a great market where people are looking for information products. So that's another touch point to get some traffic and some attention to your book. And it also makes a great product that you can go to a JV partner and say, hey, I've got this great ebook. I sell it for $47. If you'll promote it to your list, I'll give you 100% of the commissions. And the reason you would do that is then you're just building very quickly, right from off the bat, a list of customers that then you can survey again and say, what else do you want, and offer something else, and then start making money on the back end. So ebooks are a great place to start for a first income stream when it comes to creating your own products.
Well, and the funny thing is, after all these years, when I look at the list of these 5 new income streams, we have all of them but one, and we're finally doing this ebook thing this year. And the whole ClickBank thing. But it just seems so funny that we just somehow had skipped that in our series. But
yeah, we kind of went backwards on this, I think, a little bit, and you'll see what the other ones are. But it is kind of odd that we did it in that way.
Yeah, but now we're finally going to fill this in.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, the next one that would be very easy to add on or to even do as a first product if ebook, if it doesn't sound like the right fit for you, would be to do some kind of call series. And here's why this is a great idea. If you're shying away from an ebook, sometimes people have a hard time saying, "Oh, okay, I'm going to sit down and write this ebook and taking a couple weeks and just pounding it out, getting it all ready, and then selling it." Well, there's no better way to get yourself to create a new product than to just launch it, get people signed up for it, and that they're going to show up and expect the information, so you got to be there. And to be honest, I'd say at least half of our products and programs, if not even as many as 75+%, have been created in this way. And what we mean is, you sell something like a coaching course or a series of calls, and you say, so you don't have to create it all up front. You just say, look, sign up now for the series of 4 weekly calls. We did something like this recently where it was a time management course. That was a desire that a lot of our followers had to find out more about how we make decisions, manage our time, decide what we're going to focus on. And so we did a 4-part series. There's just like an hour and a half call, 4 weeks in a row. And the great thing is you can do this for it costs you just about nothing to do this. You can go out to like a free teleseminar service. If you just Google free teleseminar service, you'll find plenty out there, a free conference call line. You'll find plenty you can sign up for. And it's really easy. Just, outline them. Come up with a few bullet points to talk about. And then a really easy way to do this would be just go out and find 4 people that you can interview and have that as be part of this call series. And or have it be kind of a Q&A thing where maybe you have a couple calls that are interviews and then a couple calls where you just allow people to ask you questions and you answer them. So again, not a whole lot of writing or preparation or creation has to go in advance. All you do is you just sign up for the service so it's all ready to go, and then sell it in advance. And once you've got those 20 people signed up for your very first call series, well, it's pretty much going to guarantee you're going to get it done, and that way you're getting paid to create a product because you can record that and then have it to kind of package up and sell or use later on. So the third one we'd recommend thinking about is some kind of simple phone call series that you can offer to your following.
Well, and we actually know somebody that does this with an interview a month. So it's one interview a month. And it's a low price thing. I believe it's somewhere around $20. And you want to talk about a nice income stream? He makes about $20 million a year off of it. So that's not too bad. And all he's doing is interviewing somebody else. I mean, that just blows me away that it can be like that. But just to give you a little taste, we actually know somebody that does that. So, and of course, we do interviews, Q&A, all that kind of stuff. But it's part of our membership site. We've just wrapped it into there, but we do those as well.
So the fourth one, and it's kind of along the same lines, and I already mentioned it a bit too, is coaching course. This is actually where we started for whatever reason. That's I guess that's partly how the surveys came back, and also just what we. I think that was a big reason, is because that's what our following was saying that they wanted, was a coaching course where they had more direct access to us.
Well, wait, I actually think when we started that very first coaching course, did we survey? I don't even think we surveyed for that. We just went, let's do a coaching course.
Let's do it.
Because some people were saying stuff to us that they wanted that direct access, but I don't even think it was until later that we started surveying. We just went, wow, a coaching course, let's charge $2,000 and show people what we've done and just wing it. And it happened to work out well. But I think that's how we started with the coaching course.
Well, a coaching course could be something as simple as a call series. And in fact, we did do some live calls. That was part of the coaching course. But you kind of add on maybe a few other things. Maybe you give people email access to you to ask you questions, kind of have a email consulting retainer type agreement with you for 2 or 3 months as a part of it. Or, maybe you give them also checklists on a regular basis of here's what you should be working on this week. And that's like a PDF download that goes with it. Or maybe there's some videos or audios that you create and put in there on a monthly basis. So it'd be kind of like our academy, but on a maybe more time limited basis. It's like, okay, well, over 8 weeks, I'm going to take you through this course process, or over 3 months through this course process. And, there's no need to have a membership site type delivery system. In fact, something very easy that we've used for coaching courses in the past is to go to a site like ning.com, Ning, that allows you to make very quickly and for a very small charge, essentially a kind of a private social network where you can deliver content, but people can also interact with each other and have a little profile. And so it makes a nice little kind of community for your coaching course students, but also a place where you can post the content and interact with them as well. So check that out. It's ning.com. Just a very small charge. Start your own private social network. And then, whoever signs up for the course, you just add them to the Ning site. You give them an invite so then they can access that freely throughout the process of the course. So there's some recommendations there. Coaching courses have made us a lot of money. It's a key part of one of our top income streams, and something we incorporate every year into our business plan. All right, and the fifth and final one might be an obvious because it's the thing that makes us, definitely it's our main income stream for Internet Business Mastery, and that is to have a membership site. Membership sites are great because it's a continuous income stream, bringing money in every month. It creates a community out of your followers, a place that they can go on a regular basis to get new stuff from you, to interact with you, to interact with each other. A lot of value there, and definitely something, we usually don't recommend you start out with a membership site, but something that should be considered as a part of your business plan. It's worked really, really well for us. And if you want a recommendation of what platform to use, you can go to getmymembershipsite.com, and that'll take you over to a plugin that you can add on to any kind of WordPress installation and turn it into a membership site very quickly. And it doesn't have to be all that complicated because, we found that, when we first started the Academy, our mode of operation was, well, let's put so much stuff in there that just people are so impressed by the value, they want to stick around a long time. And then we found out actually the number one reason that people sometimes after a few months, they might be like, wow, okay, I've got so much stuff. I need to put this on pause for a while I just kind of implement what you've already given me. Or, it's so much stuff. I'm overwhelmed. I can't take it. And so they stop. So actually, you only need to put in there, a few new things every month. Just set those expectations up front. And, for a very little amount of work, you can have this, machine that just keeps bringing in that income month after month. So, check out getmymembershipsite.com for our recommended tool for starting a membership site. And definitely give that consideration for your own business plan. Again, not right at the beginning. We wouldn't recommend it. But it is something maybe after you've done some affiliate selling, gotten a feel for what your market wants, maybe made an ebook or a coaching course, then a membership site would be a great idea to go ahead and try that out as well.
Well, and of course you can, if you want to see what a membership site looks like, you could always go to ours, the academy that we've been talking about, which is at internetbusinessmasteryacademy.com. And you can go over there and, try and check that out, see what we've got going on.
All right, so there you go. There's 5 new income streams that you can consider, whether you're just starting out or whether you're just looking for something new to add on. Some of those may seem very, very obvious, but we've specifically picked these 5 because these are ones that have just been the core, kind of the meat of our business, and have brought us money in month after month, year after year. At the beginning of this year, we sat down and did an evaluation of our top income streams as we were deciding what to focus our time on. And all those things, membership sites, coaching course, call series, ebooks, affiliate products, were a key part of our overall income and important part of our business plan going forward in this year. So that's why we recommend them to you right now. But remember, it all comes down to selling them what they want, survey your audience, find out what it is that they want, and then use those 5 ideas to decide which channel, which path you'll go down to add new income stream and boost your profits in your own business. All right, we've got a breakthrough that comes from you. This one is from Sean Terry, who sent in the following. He says, "Hey, Sterling and Jay, first I want to say thank you so much for the great content, podcast, and business model. I've been watching and learning for years now, and I say everything you've done has been first class. I consider myself one of your successful students. I've launched 2 podcasts on iTunes with your inspiration, one of which is in the real estate investing niche called fliptofreedom.com. This podcast is ranked number 3 for real estate investing. I have an academy similar to yours that generates well over 6 figures. I want to say I couldn't have done it without your valuable information and sharing. I'm sure you hear this all the time, but thanks. Really, your fan, Sean Terry." Thanks a lot, Sean, for sending that in. Congratulations on the success of your podcast and your academy. We're thrilled to hear that. Again, if you want to check out Sean's show, you can go to fliptofreedom.com. That's flip and the number 2, freedom.com for his real estate investing podcast.
And that's awesome that you got to number 3. Congratulations on that. And congratulations on all your success.
Yeah, real estate investing in iTunes is definitely one of the most competitive niches that I've seen. I've actually worked with a number of clients and students in the past in that niche, and it is one of the ones that's a little harder to stand out and rank for whatever reason. Just a lot of people have flooded in that niche, so that's really impressive that you've done you've done that well. So congrats. And just along the lines of a quick announcement, we mentioned it earlier, but I just wanted to mention it quickly again here. The live event coming up at the end of April. The dates on that are April 29th and April 30th. Here in Portland, Oregon. It's going to be a nice exclusive event where we're going to teach you some of our latest, greatest strategies, stuff that we've not taught before, and also let you learn directly from some of our top advisors who've worked with us in marketing our business. So check that out at internetbusinessmastery.com/live.
It's time for the Internet Business Quick Tip.
So, Sterling, earlier in the episode, you mentioned how at the last live event, we did those one-on-one boardroom intensive consultations where I think it was about 7 different people for an hour. We sat down and looked over their business model, answered their questions, et cetera, et cetera. And something that we did in those intensives was record our session so that they had access to that afterwards to listen to and refer back to the ideas that we gave them.
Yeah.
I mean, we said, hey, you're going to walk out of this room with numerous ideas that are guaranteed to make you money and boost your business to the next level. So, of course, that's something you probably want to have a reference to. And the device that we used was simply my iPhone. Just put it down in front of me, and there's a great, I know there's like voice memo recorders and stuff like that, but there's a great little app that I like using even more for recording. And it's made by the company Blue that makes microphones. The microphone that we recommend for podcasting starting out is the Blue Snowball USB microphone. And this company Blue also makes an app called Blue Fire. And so if you just search in the App Store for that, it works on iPhone or works on iPod Touch. And it just has a few extra different features. And one of the coolest things, actually for even podcasters, we've never used it for this, but one of the coolest things is if you're out and about and wanted to record something for your podcast, you can instantly FTP it from your iPhone from this app and have it go straight up to a server for like an editor to grab and do stuff with or whatever the case may be. But some cool features like that, it works a lot well along with, I think there's a little blue mic called the Mikey that can attach onto your iPhone or iPod Touch as well that records into the app. But it works great also just with the internal for capturing ideas, recording interviews, or just kind of capturing a conversation, whatever the case may be. So check out the Blue Fire app inside the iTunes App Store for your iPhone or your iPod Touch.
Now, if you'd like dozens of other resources such as this one, you can find them in the Internet Business Mastery Academy, along with video tutorials showing you exactly how we use them. To get a 30-day no-risk trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy, visit freeaudiogift.com. That's it for this episode of Internet Business Mastery. Until next time, we wish you ultimate success in your internet business.
You've been listening to the iconoclasts of the 9 to 5 and the purveyors of freedom and fulfillment, Sterling and Jay. Sterling and Jay invite you to discover one of their most popular audio programs ever. The 3 Pillars of Designing Your Ultimate Internet Lifestyle. Visit freeaudiogift.com now and sign up for the free weekly Internet Business Mastery email newsletter. And you'll get instant access to this life-changing audio presentation, pulled directly from the content of the acclaimed Internet Business Mastery Academy membership community. Go now to freeaudiogift.com. Internet Business Mastery. Free your mind.